What's shaking, my friends? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shay, and today we're going to talk about what I'm excited about coming out in the month of October. So I have my handy dandy computer here. I'm going to tell you the book, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about what made me so excited to read it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Coming out on October the 3rd, we have a ton of books. The first one I want to talk about is Midnight is the Darkest Hour by Ashley Winstead. I didn't read her last release. She's had a few romance releases as well, but this seems to be in the horror kind of genre. It's a gothic southern thriller about a killer haunting a small Louisiana town where two outcasts, the preacher's daughter and the boy from the wrong side of the tracks, hold the key to uncovering truth. So I really like this cover. I like the moon kind of thing. So thumbs up on that. Then we have The Hurricane Wars by Thea Guanzin. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I think this is being pitched as the next big fantasy romance. Brimming with unforgettable characters, sizzling enemies to lovers romance, and richly drawn worlds. So I don't know much more about it than that. Then on October the 3rd, we have Starling House by Alex E. Harrow, which I love the cover for, and this is supposed to be gothic. A contemporary gothic fairy tale about a small town haunted by the history it can't quite seem to bury, and the canny, clever young woman who finds herself drawn to the house that sits at the crossroads of it all. So spooky house, I'm in for it. Then also on the 3rd, we have The Jinn Bot of Shantiport by Samit Basu. This one is a tour release. I like the cover of this. When you throw a piece of sentient off-world tech with the ability to grant 3 wishes into the mix, none of the city's powers will know what hit them. So seems like it's about a bunch of tech. It's definitely a sci-fi. Then we have Beholder by Ryan LaSala. This is a YA horror novel. I read The Honeys and really enjoyed that. So he's definitely on my radar for horror now. A contemporary fable about art, aesthetic obsession, and the gaze that peers back at us from behind our reflections. And I love this cover. It has like the spider on it. Love it. Then also on the 3rd we have Savis Koracs Deals with the Dead by KJ Parker. I've never read a KJ Parker previously. There's no formal training for battlefield salvage. You just have to pick things up as you go along. Swords, armor, arrows, and the bodies, of course. Something else that Savis has buried is his past. Unfortunately, he didn't quite succeed in burying that. So that is very interesting. Then now on the 10th is, of course, a book that everybody's kind of been waiting for, and that's going to be Cassandra Clare's adult fantasy debut, and that's going to be Swordcatcher. I don't know much about it. As long-kept secrets begin to unravel, they must ask themselves, is knowledge worth the price of betrayal? Can forbidden love bring down a kingdom? And will Lynn and Kel's discoveries plunge their nation into war and the world into chaos? So it sounds like some great, some romance. Of course, it's Cassandra Clare. Going to be some romance happening. Then we have The King Killing Queen by Sean Speakman. I've seen a lot of ads for this book, and it's said to be a dark love letter to high fantasy. A woman discovers her unknown past, carries with it a terrible future. So I have seen some ads for this book and some beginning buzz for that. Then we have The Inheritance of Magic by Benedict Jacka. This is his new series. He had the Alex Vera series, which gets compared to the Dresden Files quite a lot. I haven't read that one yet, but it is on my radar. It is on the TBR. This is his new series. Stephen Oakwood is a young man on the edge of the hidden world. He has talent and potential, but turning that potential into magical power takes money, opportunity, and training. All Stephen has is a minimum wage job and a cat. So, it sounds like a down-to-earth, maybe an urban fantasy? I don't know, but I'm happy. Also, then lastly, on the 10th, we have Reddit Silver 7 by AJ Ryan or Anthony Ryan. So this is kind of a horror. I think this is maybe his horror debut. A man awakes on a boat at sea with no memory of who or where he is. He's not alone. There are 6 others, each with a unique set of skills. None of them can remember their name, and all of them possess a gun. So that the taglines on this book are so intriguing, so intriguing to me. and it hasn't been getting the best reviews so far, early reviews, but I don't care because I feel like horror is so subjective. Like either you really like where it went or you don't. So then we have on the 17th, we have These Burning Stars by Bethany Jacobs. June Ironway, hacker, con artist, and only occasional thief, has gotten her hands on a piece of contraband that could set her up for life. A video that implicates the powerful Nightfoot family in a planet-wide genocide 75 years ago. The Nightfoots control the precious Sevite that fuels interplanetary travel through 3 star systems, and someone is sure to pay handsomely for anything that could break their hold. So again, another sci-fi. I want to get into more sci-fi. It sounds interesting. Then also, lastly, for the month of October, and another hard-hitting sci-fi, I think it's going to be a standalone, is Generation Ship by Michael Memme. I've never read him before. It is the beginning of a new human colony must face tyrannical leaders, revolution, crippling instability, and an unknown alien planet that could easily destroy them all. And it is a standalone, so I'm all for the standalones. So that's really it for the month of October. There are some sequels coming out in the month of October, but I haven't read the first book, so I can't put the sequel on my list. But these are just personally what I'm looking forward to coming out the month of October. Please tell me if I'm missing something. What am I missing? Tell me why you want to read that. Tell me if you've read any arcs of these books. What do you think? I want to know all the books. I want to be in all of the know. So tell me what you guys are looking forward to coming out in October, and I will catch you guys later.